Welcome to the TheDPost Sports Chat. I'm Drew Rubenstein here with Todd Murray in the Pete Maravich Assembly Center in Baton Rouge, Louisiana, where WVU will face LSU later tonight in the round of 32 of the NCAA tournament, Todd. And this is the one that WVU's been eyeing since the beginning of the season. Mountaineers haven't been into the Sweet 16 since 1992, and at that point, the field was 48 teams, not 64. WVU's a 2 seed. This is the game that to get over the hump and take the program to the next level. This Mountaineers team has seemed to handle pressure well all season long. How do you think they feel going into tonight's important game?
Yeah, I think they're ready for tonight. Like you said, they've won a lot of big games on the road this year. They understand there'll be a big purple-clad crowd here tonight at the Maravich Center cheering for the Tigers. But they actually look forward to that. They like to quiet the crowd, and of course they want to get off to a good start tonight and do just that.
LSU's coming off of one of its best games of the season, it looks like, statistically. Scored 98 points in its first-round win against Georgia Tech, whereas West Virginia ended up winning by 15, but it wasn't easy against Albany. LSU, do you think WVU's catching a team that's peaking at the right time, and could Tuesday's game turn into a track meet like the game against Georgia Tech did, or was that just because of a matchup, and what we'll see tonight will be something different? What are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I think the Tigers has some renewed confidence. They really struggled badly coming down the stretch. I think lost 7 in a row, probably lost some confidence there, but the first-round game against Georgia Tech, pretty impressive, is that they set a record with 23 turnovers, yet still managed to score 98 points and beat a pretty good Georgia Tech team by 20. So, I mean, this team is certainly resilient, and, they know they're going to face some pressure from WVU, but their coaches and players think they're ready for that.
What are some of the keys for West Virginia? I mean, Bria Holmes comes to mind. She struggled from three-point range against Albany, but I guess if there's good news is that she's not typically had consecutive poor shooting nights. And then Asia Bussey obviously was held to 3 points against Albany, but the Tigers don't present a 6'9" center, so maybe that won't be as much of an issue either. But I guess I tend to think that it probably goes back to WVU's two of their better players, and that would be Asia and Bria, and you'd imagine that they would need to get something going inside and outside with those two.
Right. Mike Gary always talks about the need to be aggressive on offense, and they went through long stretches against Albany when clearly they were not. As he says, you got to keep attacking, and they really got bogged down at times yesterday. Asia Bussey still have a difficult assignment tomorrow with LSU's 6'5" post player, but maybe not the same type of player as Craig from Albany, but still very good. She's going to have her hands full in there, but I do think she'll be able to do more offensively around the basket, and that will be a big help. And with Holmes, she can be streaky at times. Obviously did not shoot well against Albany, but could very well come out tonight and hit 10 of 12 shots. And Crystal Caldwell was very hot against Albany, and they need that to continue as well.
What about the crowd? I mean, this is a discussion we've had throughout the season. We kind of saw this one coming down the hatch, I think, and a lot of people did, that WVU was going to end up playing on somebody's home floor in the NCAA tournament. It's here. It's LSU. The crowd got loud in that first-round game, and you'd imagine it's going to be even more people tonight and even a more raucous atmosphere. West Virginia's handled road trips well throughout this season, but how much will that play a factor in tonight's game?
I really don't think playing here, will phase them that much. As you mentioned, they play in so many difficult environments throughout the season. Again, I think I've said before, I think they relish the chance to come out here and getting to the Sweet 16 by beating an LSU team on its home court would just make it all the sweeter.
And I know you had a chance to talk to some of the players in the locker room Monday afternoon, and not only is there the need to kind of cement their legacy, which getting to the Sweet 16 would do, but I think they also had in mind, it sounded like from your discussions with them, that they're thinking of Mike Carey, and he's certainly taken this WVU program from what was at the time a lowly state in the Big East to, when you look at what they've done this season, just uncharted territory with a Big 12 championship and getting into the top 5 of the national polls at one point, and then to the top 10. But obviously, it sounds like they realize what a win tonight would mean to Mike Carey, and is that part of their motivation here?
Yeah, I think it is. Of course, that's the last thing Mike would want, is for the players going out there trying to win one, for him. But they know it's thrown in his face a lot that he's never made the Sweet 16, and they would love to be the team that finally gets him there. Although it's not their goal just to get to the Sweet 16. Obviously, they want to get to the Elite 8 after that. But they are looking forward to tonight, and they know how special it would be, not just for the program but for Mike.
All right, Todd, I appreciate your time once again, and please continue to check TheDPost.com for the latest on the Mountaineers. Tonight's game tips off at 9:45 on ESPN2, and Todd and I will be back with post-game interviews and a post-game chat as well. Thanks for watching today.